welcome to Beth's Happy Home. If you're going to be doing some traveling, you probably have noticed that the discount airlines are much less expensive than the full service airlines. But you may not have noticed that there's a catch, and that is that they don't even allow you to bring a personal item without paying extra. And when I say pay extra, I mean it starts at $50 up each direction. And so when we recently took a trip, Jeff had to check a bag because he needed to bring his suit, and he ended up paying $100 just to have one checked bag. I was able to do this bag, use this bag that I made, and it was fine. It was I had everything that I needed. We were gone for a week, and there was plenty of room, and that is because the personal item actually has pretty generous dimensions, but they're banking on the idea that you're not going to be able to find a bag that maximizes all of those dimensions. And I looked everywhere on the internet and on Amazon trying to find one that maximized those dimensions. Couldn't do it. So here is a pattern that maximizes the personal item dimensions so that you can make this really readily and save yourself tons of baggage fees. So for this simplest bag, I am just going to do the bag itself in this video, and if you want to add extra pockets like for your toiletry bag or for your cell phone or for your computer, all of those instructions are on the other video that I made that is fully lined bag with tons of pockets that are just exactly right dimensions for everything that you need to take, including your computer and your cell phone, and even a little purse that you can detach and carry once you're at your destination. You don't have to carry this bigger bag. But for our purposes for this video, it's just the dimensions for the basic bag. Now, I will admit, I added the pockets that I want in this bag. There's my underwear pocket, and then here's my toiletry pocket, and here's my cell phone pocket. I added them because I'm going to use this bag, and I wanted it to be as useful as the others. It's just going to be simply made because it's not going to have a lining. So what you want to start with is to maximize that space for your personal item that you can take on those discount airlines, and most of them are the same. One of them only allows a 17-inch wide bag. Most of them allow 18 inches, but we're making this one 17 inches just to add one more airline that this bag will work on. And the majority of them allow this big size. And so you want to start with a piece of fabric that is 26 inches wide and 23 inches tall. And you want two of those. And that will be the body of your bag. And then you want to cut a piece of fabric that is 30.5 inches long and 4 inches wide. So this is the pattern for it. And in the other video where I show how to make all the pockets and line it and everything like that, I show you how to make the pattern because it's easier to sew using the pattern. You don't need a pattern for this simple version. So once you have that 26 by 23 inch rectangle of fabric, you're going to take your scissors and cut out 4-inch by 4-inch square out of each corner. So you can fold them in half and do it like that. If you want to, you can see the pocket that I did sew into there. Cut those 4-inch by 4-inch corners out. So you're going to end up with two pieces of fabric that are shaped like this, with the corners cut away. And the nice thing about this approach is that you can add as many elements as you want to this project. If you decide you don't want to bother to line it, but you do want that inside underwear pocket, or you do want the cell phone or the toiletry bag pocket, you can add those elements and still not need to line it. So you can kind of combine the two videos and get the one that makes most sense for you. So once you have that 26 by 23 inch rectangle cut out twice, and you have the 4-inch by 4-inch corners cut out of all four corners, you're going to cut your strap 30.5 inches by 4 inches wide and set the strap aside for now. Then take the front of your fabric. Now, because I've sewn pockets, I do have a top and bottom on this, but you probably won't. So this is the top of my fabric right here because that's the opening to the pocket. So I'm going to lay this with the outside pocket, the outside of the fabric facing me, and then I'm going to take my zipper which is 19 inches long, and I'm going to lay it with the tab against the right side of the fabric. So the zipper and the fabric are right sides together, and I'm going to match right along this edge. And stitch this zipper very strongly to the body of the fabric, to this top edge. Now I'm going to use my serger because it's such a good long, good sturdy stitch, but you can use a sewing machine, and then after you sew it along here, you're going to zigzag it along there, just because this is going to take a lot of stress. The zipper edge is going to take a lot of stress. So I'll stitch that on and I'll bring you right back. Alright, now that this zipper tape is stitched face down to the front of the fabric, you can see there's the serge line right along there. And then I did stitch it again with the sewing machine just to make sure that it was good and snug. Now you're going to flip this up, flip the zipper facing up, and then put the right sides of the fabric together. You can see my little pocket that I added here, which does not apply to you unless you want to do the deluxe version. And you're going to match this upper edge with this upper edge. So just pull it up to match those edges, and the edges that you want to have meet are these right here also. Not going to be even on this corner. This one's going to overlap the other one because of the width of the zipper tape is going to pull it a little bit differently. So matching these corner edges, need to cut some of those threads off, and the zipper tape, you're going to do the same thing you just did. Make sure that the right side of the body of the bag is facing the right side of the zipper so that the tab is against the right side of the fabric, and then stitch along there just like you did on the other side. Okay, now I have this stitched in on both sides, so this is what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to press this really flat in here, then I'll flip it to the outside and top stitch right along this edge, catching the zipper tape and the body of the bag in both lines of top stitching to make it nice and neat and flat. I'll bring you back when that's top stitched. Now that you've got this top stitched right along there, it's nice and neat. It's a very strong union between the zipper and the fabric. So now you're going to put right sides together and match all of these edges. Put a couple of pins to keep them in place just for the ease of having them not be jostled, and you can get them nice and even while they're on the flat surface. You're going to want to open your zipper at least halfway so that you can turn it right side out through the zipper. Match the edges, and then you're going to stitch here and here and on this edge over here. Do not stitch in the corner. Don't go around the corner. While you're at your sewing machine, go ahead and fold your strap right sides together and stitch along this long edge, and then you'll turn it right side out. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. All right, now these seams are all sewn around these straight edges. The next thing is to make these box pleats. So what you're going to do is pinch the corners and pull them open so that the seam, the bottom seam and the side seam, match together like that. So just put a pin so that the seams are matched, and then pull it open so that it's flat across there. It's kind of cool that you can cut a corner like that, a square corner, and have it be a straight seam. I think it's cool anyway, the geometry of it. And then you're going to stitch along here. You're going to do the same thing over here on this corner. The top corners are going to be a little different because you're going to add the strap. My camera stopped recording before I had finished showing how to turn the strap right side out. So this is a strap that I'm making for a little purse that's going to go in this. And so but I want to show you how to turn it. So you put the pin on the outside edge like that, and then push the pin to the inside. Now that wider strap is going to be much easier to turn because it's so much wider that it'll slip right through. And this is going to be a little bit harder, but you're just going to slide that pin all the way down the length of the strap. There you go. Now it's starting to thread through. And just you bunch it up on the pin, and then you pull it down so that it turns right side out to the inside of that strap. You just keep pushing it until it reaches the end, and then once you get that pin through, you can usually just slide the rest of the fabric off because you don't have to pull it on the pin. The other one was much faster because it's wider and that makes it simpler. But so there's the end of the fabric that's right side out, and you can probably just take it and pull it down, and there's your strap. And then I will press it open so it's nice and flat, and then I'm going to top stitch it once it's pressed real flat on each side, just to make it a little bit stronger, a little bit less stretchy, as it is going to bear quite a bit of weight, especially the one with the bag. So I will bring you back when the corners are sewn and the straps are ready to use. Okay, this strap is finished, nice and pressed, and these corners are sewn, so you can see how this is kind of a box shape now on the inside here. And now we're ready to sew in the strap. And once we've sewn that strap, the pouch is going to be done. So you just put the strap in here like this. Now I'm starting with not the end without the tab, and so you could cut off this edge if you wanted to. I'm going to hang this strap over a little bit. I'm going to leave quite a long tail, about 1.5 inches, because once the bag is sewn closed on these corners, I'm going to turn it down and open the zipper and sew it on the outside to kind of reinforce that strap. So this is exactly the same as what you're doing in these bottom corners, except that there's a zipper right here. So you're putting the strap against the right side of the zipper, and then you're pulling up that side seam to match with the middle of the zipper teeth, and then pulling open this box corner just like you did on the sides, I mean on the bottom, but you're including that strap in it. Try to get it good, keep the strap straight. So I'll put a pin there and a pin here, and then right here, so that's going to be a nice square corner at the top with the strap coming out right next to the zipper. Now on the other side, you have to have the tape open a little bit because you're going to need to turn it right side out through the zipper. But you reach inside and grab the strap and make sure that it's not twisted. Pull it out, making sure that it's flat, and start by matching it with that same 1.5 inch extra tab. I got a little bit too much. Double check, make sure it's not twisted. And so you're matching the center of the strap to the center of the side seam, and then you're going to have to just push the zipper tape up next to it, and then give a little tug so that the zipper tape is straight, and then pin it on each side of the zipper tape, because you don't want a big gap between the teeth of the zipper there at the end. You want it to be as close to being flush as possible so that you don't have a little hole where the zipper can't close completely. And then just put another pin there, and another pin over on this side to make that box pleat. Now I'm not going to sew, I'm going to sew this far on the serger and this far on the serger, but this part I'm going to sew on the sewing machine because I don't want to cut off this tab. And so if you're just using a sewing machine, just stitch it twice or stitch it once and zigzag the second time along that edge to give this a finished edge so it doesn't ravel. Do that on both sides. And then I will stitch down the end of the strap to the side, and then the bag will be done. Okay, you can see here are those top edges right there with the little bit of a strap peeking through. This could be trimmed off right now, and I will do that before I do the top stitching, but I want to show you the fun process of turning this right side out. So I'm going to unzip the zipper. Here are the box pleats on the bottom, box pleats on the top. Here's the strap. Just turn it right side out. Now I'm going to press these side seams just because it's not that hard to do when you've got no lining in place. And that's what it looks like from the top. There's the zipper. Here are the little pockets that I added. There's my Ziploc bag pocket, and here's my cell phone pocket. And then on the inside I did add the underwear pocket, but that's not part of this tutorial. That's part of the other video that is the ultimate bag. But this, now the last thing to do after it's pressed is to push this little tab that is this length of strap down flat against this side seam, and then I'm just going to stitch around it like that and maybe make an X to reinforce it. I stuffed this with 6 fluffy bath towels, and there's actually room for more in there if I wanted to really pack it in carefully. Bath towels don't compress very readily. Now, I also made a version of this video that shows all the bells and whistles if you want to add up an outside pocket for your toiletry bag, that Ziploc bag that you have all your toiletries in, a cell phone bag, and a computer pocket on the other side of the bag. It also has an inside pocket and it's fully lined, but that one is more complicated than this one is, and so I'm separated out the two videos. This one's just the basic bag, and then if you want to add a pocket or 2 or 3 and then line it, you can use the other video, and it gives very specific instructions. It's not really hard, but it just does take longer, and it takes a little bit more fabric because you're using the liner as well. And you're going to save hundreds and hundreds of dollars if you travel very much using those discount airlines. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them.